coronary heart disease and stroke are two conditions that can be prevented by an increase in physical activity. Other benefits of exercise are improved organ function, disease prevention, improved effects of age and chronic disease, enhanced balance, and increased ability to perform activities of daily living. Exercise may reduce cardiac arterial disease rates by half compared to adults who do not exercise, and individuals with higher cardiopulmonary fitness have lower cardiovascular disease risks than those who are unfit. And also relaxation is obtained from moderate exercise. Some of the functional changes and improvements achievable through exercise are with regards to our muscles. We have increased blood going to the muscles, and we also increase the strength. Some of the metabolic functions that go on throughout our body, we control our body weight. We have a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes and also a reduced risk of blood clots. Functional changes and improvements achievable through exercise. Again, the psychological functions, we increase mood, memory, self-esteem, and calmness. Some of the improvements for quality of life are for increasing leisure activities, it decreases depression, and it's also proven to prevent and reduce falls. In regards to intellectual performance, again, increases memory, reasoning, and problem solving.
So I'm going to talk about fitness testing. These are the fitness tests that we're going to do at the end. Do I have any volunteers that wants to demonstrate it at all? Oh, come up. No? Oh, you want to do it after. Does anyone want to do it right now? We're just going to demonstrate. It's not going to be like the whole test, but we just want to demonstrate it so that when you guys go back there, you guys kind of have an idea of what you're doing. Okay, come. Is there anyone else, or he's just a brave soul? Okay, he can just do it then. So there's 6 tests that we're going to screen for today. The first one is chair stand test, the arm curl, the time up and go, 2-minute step test, the chair sit and reach test, and the back stretch test. So the chair stand test, so we actually would have this chair on a wall, but because we'll push it on that side, but the chair will be on a wall. Patrick is going to be the wall. And so with your feet flat on the floor, you can cross your arms around your chest, and all you're going to do when I say go, you're just going to stand. And you're going to stand as many times as you can, safely though. Don't do it at a pace where it's going to be unsafe. And you're going to do it for 30 seconds. So we'll just do a couple of times. And Angela's going to guard you, okay? Go. Yep, all the way up and all the way down as many times. We'll do it 2 more times. So you guys are going to do this for 30 seconds, as much as you can, okay? All right, that's good. All right. So that's the chair stand test. The next test is the arm curl test. So all he's going to do, seated lunges, still feet flat on the floor. Which one is your dominant arm? Your right one? All right, so for men, they're going to use 8 pounds, and women are going to use 5. So all you're going to do, you can yeah, you're going to curl. Oh, you know. So you're going to curl. So as you curl, you're going to start here with your hands facing your body, and then as you curl up, you're going to palms facing your face. See, you're going to do it as many times as you can for 30 seconds, but we'll do it 5 times. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. Good. Oh, you're still good. You can rest. You gotta save yourself for the real one when we screen you. So you're gonna do that for 30 seconds as many times as you can. The next test is a timed up and go. So this one's a little different, but so we measured 3 meters, which is close to 10 feet on the floor, and all you're gonna do, this is not good.
Put you in the chair.
Okay, well, this one's straight. Yeah. So all you're gonna do is when I say go, you're gonna get up and you're gonna walk towards Andrea right there. You're gonna walk around her and then walk back. So yep, you're gonna walk at a comfortable speed, and we're gonna time you. Don't rush though. Walk at a nice comfortable speed, whatever's good for you. Okay, you ready? And go. Good. Yep, and then you just sit. No, if you just sit. Yep, just like that. So for this test, we're timing you from the time you stand up off the chair. We're gonna walk around and then we'll stop it when you sit down. So we're just trying to see how fast you can walk at a good pace. The next test is a 2-minute step test. So you're gonna do this for 2 minutes. We're gonna measure from your hip down to your knee, and we're gonna take the midpoint of it, and that's how high you guys have to bring your knees up. So we can do it on him, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna. Can you go over there? Yeah.
Why don't you come right here? You want to stand this way? Hang on right there. Oh, face
You
it
can face.
Come
Yeah.
on.
So when we actually do the test, we would measure from your hip down to your knee, and then we'll take the halfway point, and that's how high you have to bring your knees up for the 2 minutes. So we'll just. So he'll do it for 2 minutes. So all you gotta do is bring your knee up to like my hand. Yup, that's high. Yeah, you don't even have to bring it that high. So up to my hand. And you're just gonna march in place, alternating your knee. So you're just gonna keep going like that. Yeah.
Want me to do it?
Yeah. Ready and go. Yep, 2 minutes. So we would time you for 2 minutes. Simple enough, right? He's good. He's real active, I think. All right, so that's good. The next test is, yeah, you can have a seat again. So the next. So the next test. What happened? Cut me off. The next test is the chair sit and reach test. So this test is actually testing your flexibility in your legs. So all you're gonna do, leaving one foot on the ground is your right leg, like your dominant side, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So you're gonna leave one leg flat like this, and then you're gonna straighten this one out. So you can straighten it out like that. Yep. And then do you have osteoporosis by any chance?
No.
Oh, okay. No? Okay. So before we do this test, everyone's gonna be asked if they have osteoporosis because we can't test you if you have it. Okay? So all you're gonna do is you're gonna try and don't reach too far where you're gonna fall down. So put your leg out and all you're gonna do is reach for your toes like that. Yeah, that's all. Oh. Keep your leg straight up. Oh, you're good. So when you do this test, you're actually gonna hold it, and then all of my classmates, whoever's doing that one, they're gonna measure from the end of your fingertip to your toe. So you have to hold it for like 2 seconds, long enough for them to measure it for you. Okay? So ready? And can you make your knee straight? Oh, okay. All right. That's good. Oh, look at you. 0. You're good. You're perfect. So that's this chair sit and reach test without flexibility. And then the last test is the back scratch test. So this is testing your upper extremity flexibility. So for this one, you have to. So one arm, the top arm is going down like this, and then the bottom one is going like that. Okay? And then we're gonna measure the distance between your 2 fingertips. All right? Can you do that? Okay. Yeah, we wouldn't want you to try it. Oh, good. So we're gonna just measure the distance between the 2, and that's testing your upper extremity flexibility. You're good. Good job.
That's pretty good. Set the bar down. So you guys get in there. Use your competition. Right? So, but before we start with any type of exercise in order to improve our fitness, we want to get your prior approval from your physician. So, exercise has all these great benefits, as John and Taryn showed you guys, but having your doctor's approval is really going to allow you to get that maximum benefit. So there's different types of resistance training. It's great for us to just stand up here and say, you should do this, you should do that. But what type of exercise is out there? And first is resistance training. Using the weights, really pumping that iron. And you can improve your strength, your endurance, your functional capacity, and your bone density while resistance training. So recommendations for resistance training. A lot of people don't know what to do when you get there. You can get to the gym, but what do you do when you get there? So how many times a week should you go? On average, you should go about 3 times a week. No less than 2 times a week, no more than 4, because that allows you to have 48 hours in between your training sessions to get that optimal performance. Every time you go, you should work out, maybe 20 to 45 minutes. 30 minutes a day. That's plenty of time. Everyone has a busy schedule. Everyone has a lot to do, but 30 minutes, I'm sure we can fit some of that in. And multi-joint exercises. What's a multi-joint exercise? Going to the gym and doing curls, that's okay, but you're only working your elbow. If you want to do some bench press or some squats, anything that's going to bring in something maybe like your shoulder and your elbow or your hips and your knees. Do 1 to 2 exercises per muscle group, and your muscle groups are your chest, your back, your abdomen, your legs, your hips. And then maybe 1 to 3 sets of each exercise at a moderate intensity, which is 10 to 15 reps. Now, all that means is, say you want to work your chest, you do a bench press, for example. You do 10 to 15 times doing a bench press, then you take a 2-minute break, and then you do it again. And that would be 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps in order to get your maximum optimal benefit from resistance training. Maybe resistance training is not for you. Maybe you're a walker. Maybe you like to go around, play with the kids, garden, go to the mall, walk around and shop. Well, there's aerobic exercise. You can improve your heart and your lung function, stay nice and strong physiologically through aerobic exercise. And you can walk maybe 20 to 60 minutes. And you want to work around 60 to 90% of your max heart rate. And that can be determined from your doctor, giving you, they break down the formulas and they'll just tell you what you should target. But really, when you have aerobic exercise, a good nice way to tell is just to go get your heart rate up, stress the system a little bit more than what you're doing at rest sitting here right now. Exercise interventions, balance. You don't have to be as good as my friend over here, but balance is one of those tricky ones. Balance is, if you're at a risk of fall or you've fallen in the past and you've gotten hurt before, it's really important that you go see your doctor or a physical therapist to assess for your risk of falls. But let's just say you all look very healthy here and very fit, so here are some exercises to challenge that balance. You may want to stand with I know many of you can't see me, we'll get you in there, but stand with your feet together. That really narrows that base of support. It really challenges those end range in that cone of stability that we have. Standing tandem, it's just standing 1 foot in front of the other with your toes and your heels touching together. And then, you have standing on 1 foot. If this is easy for you guys, you can make it harder for yourself by standing maybe on an unstable surface like a piece of foam. Or, trying it without your shoes. That challenges your body's balance systems. It makes it a lot more challenging. But the thing with balance, again, is you always have to make sure it's the right exercise for you and that you're safe to do it. Because if you do it in an unsafe manner, it's going to be counterproductive. But, everyone wants to say, it's great for us to stand up here and say, do this, do that. But, we all know the benefits, we just told you, but we want you to have some say. That's going to make you stay more motivated. You're going to see the value in it. And having a say in what we tell you to do and what you want to do is going to make you do it more consistently and for the longer term. So there's Silver Age yoga. Many of you I heard have done yoga before. You get lower blood pressure through it, enhanced flexibility. You can improve your balance, your joint motion, your flexibility, your endurance. So yoga is a nice program that you can do by yourself or with your peers in order to get all those exercise benefits besides just going to the gym and pumping iron or something. But say yoga is not for you. You could do something else. You can use Pilates. Pilates, you can do it by yourself with or without weights. So if you don't feel like coming to a center, if you don't feel like going to the gym, you can stay home. You have a yoga mat to do it by yourself, watch some TV while you do it. And you're still going to get the same benefits. You can improve your balance and coordination, your strength, your endurance, your flexibility. But, you have a different option besides resistance training and yoga. I don't know if you guys have seen the weather outside, but the snow is really kind of killing all of us, no matter how old you are. So water aerobics isn't something popular that we do in the winter unless you have an indoor pool. So in the summer months, or if you go to a warmer area, water aerobics is great. It gives you all the same benefits. I don't know if you're catching a trend here, but increased balance, coordination, flexibility, strength. But being in the water, it's nice because you weigh less. So your joints and your muscles still get the same benefit, but they don't put such a stress burden on it because gravity isn't our best friends at times. And then maybe you guys are party animals, maybe you guys like to dance, get up and move. Maybe you want a full body workout through dance. Zumba. Zumba gets your strength, your endurance, your balance. But you can do it with friends. It's a social interaction. You can dance by yourself. You can dance, in a room with everyone else. Zumba gets that cardiovascular fitness, but again, if you see the trends, it hits all those exercise benefits that we've been trying to explain to you, show you, but it's just a different alternative. So through the exercise, you can see the benefits you get. There's different alternatives to do it. If you guys know this already, that's great. If you don't, come ask us. We'll explain to you even more. And we really hope you guys can get back here, do some assessments that we saw Anthony do, and really see where we're at and tell you where to go from here. And thanks for listening, guys.
All right, thank you very much. That was